Your cabin steward knows things about cruising that could completely transform your vacation, but they will never tell you unless you ask. Until today. Hey everyone, welcome back to Cruise Compendium. So, I have taken dozens of cruises over the years, and you know what I have learned. The people who know the most about how cruising actually works are not the cruise directors, they are not the captains, they are your cabin stewards. These are the people who see everything, who work behind the scenes, who visit the same ports week after week, who know exactly how the ship operates, and honestly, they desperately want passengers to know certain things. But they cannot just come out and say them. There are rules, company policies, things they are not really supposed to tell you directly. But after building relationships with my cabin stewards on cruise, after asking questions, after really listening, I have learned 12 things they secretly wish every passenger knew. And some of these are going to blow your mind. These are hardworking people. Most of them clean 10 to 20 cabins every single day. They work 7 days a week, for months at a time, without a day off. They are away from their families for 6 to 9 months straight, and they genuinely want you to have an amazing cruise. So today, I'm sharing what they told me, the insider knowledge, the secrets, the things they wish they could tell every passenger, but usually cannot. Hit that subscribe button, because what you are about to learn will change how you cruise forever. Let us dive in. All right. Secret number 1. And honestly, this one kind of shocked me when I first learned about it. Your cabin steward knows exactly what perks and inclusions come with your specific cabin grade. But 99% of passengers never think to ask them. Here is what happened to me on an Oceania cruise a few years ago. I met my cabin steward on Embarkation Day. His name was Eduardo. And instead of just doing the typical, "Hey, nice to meet you. See you later," I actually asked him a question. "Eduardo, what does this cabin grade I booked actually get me? What am I entitled to that I might not know about?" And his face just lit up. Like he was so happy someone finally asked. He pulled out this whole list. Free laundry service, 3 bags per cruise. I did not know that. A canapé menu I could order from every single evening. Priority reservations at all the specialty restaurants. Wait. What? None of this was in my booking confirmation. It was not mentioned anywhere in the cruise line emails. But my cabin grade included all of it, just sitting there, ready for me to use. And if I had not asked Eduardo, I never would have known. I would have paid for laundry, missed out on the canapés, struggled to get specialty restaurant reservations. And here's the thing, every cruise line has different perks for different cabin grades, and they change them all the time. So even if you have cruised on the same line before, even if you have had the same cabin category, ask your steward, what does my cabin get me? What perks do I have? This one simple question could unlock hundreds of dollars worth of stuff you are already paying for but not using. It is honestly crazy how many people miss out on this. Secret number 2. Your cabin steward knows the entire ship promotion schedule. All of it. And they can tip you off about when the best deals are coming. I learned this from a cruiser who shared their story online. They wanted to do laundry, and they mentioned it to their cabin steward. And the steward said, "Wait until day 3. Because every 3 days we run a promotion where you can fill an entire bag for one fixed price, way cheaper than the regular per item pricing." And sure enough, day 3 rolled around. The promotion appeared, and this person saved $40 on laundry just by waiting 2 days. Cruise lines run the same promotions on a cycle during every single sailing. Laundry specials, spa discounts at certain times, photo package deals, drink promotions, happy hour specials. Your cabin steward sees these patterns cruise after cruise after cruise. They know exactly when things go on sale. If you ask them, "Hey, I want to do laundry," or "I am thinking about getting a spa treatment," or "I need to buy photos," they will often tell you, "Wait until tomorrow," or "There is a special coming up on day 5. You will save money." This saved me over $60 on laundry alone on my last cruise. I was literally about to send my clothes out on day 2. My steward, his name was Michael, he said, "Hey, if you can wait 1 more day, there is a promotion starting tomorrow. Fill a bag for $30 instead of paying per item." Boom, money saved, just by asking. Secret number 3. And this one is so important. Your cabin steward has the absolute best port safety information. Better than the shore excursion desk. Better than the daily newsletter. Better than anything. Someone shared that they had concerns about exploring ports alone as a solo traveler. So they asked their cabin steward, and their steward was able to tell them specifically, "This port, totally fine. Walk around. Enjoy yourself. This other port. Do not go off the main tourist area alone. Stay in groups. Think about this for a second. Your cabin steward visits these same ports every single week. Or every other week. They have been going to these places for years. They see what happens. They talk to other crew members. They hear the stories. They know which areas are genuinely safe for tourists, which ones look safe but are not, where the scams happen, which taxi drivers to avoid, where to find authentic local food that is not overpriced garbage for cruise passengers. The shore excursion desk. They are trying to sell you expensive tours. That is their job. Your cabin steward. They just want you to be safe and have a good time. There is a huge difference. So ask them, is this port safe to explore on my own? Where should I go? Where should I avoid? What restaurants do you recommend? They will give you the real honest answer, not the sanitized corporate version. Secret number 4. And cabin stewards really want you to understand this. They absolutely notice when you tip up front, and it makes a massive difference in how they treat you throughout the cruise. Now, let me be super clear here. Most cruise lines automatically add gratuities to your bill, usually somewhere between $10 and $15 per passenger per day depending on your cabin category. Your cabin steward gets a portion of that money, so you are already technically tipping them through that automatic charge. But here is what they wish more people knew. When you hand them cash on embarkation day, $10, $20, $50, whatever you feel comfortable with, along with a genuine thank you, it signals something really important. It tells them, hey, I appreciate what you do. I value your work, and I'm going to be a good passenger. Does that mean if you do not tip up front they will ignore you or give you bad service? No, of course not. They are professionals. They will still do their job. But, and I am just being honest here, when someone tips up front, that steward knows this passenger appreciates them, and they will probably go that extra mile. Checking on you more frequently, remembering your preferences, being more proactive about bringing you things before you even ask, making sure your cabin is perfect. I always tip my cabin steward $20 on embarkation day. I hand it to them personally. I look them in the eye. And I say, thank you for taking care of us this week. We really appreciate you. I write my cabin number on the envelope so there is no confusion. And you know what? The level of service I get is consistently phenomenal. My steward remembers that I like extra towels, that I prefer my room cleaned in the morning, not the afternoon, that I like a certain type of pillow. Is it all because of that $20 bill on day one? Maybe. Maybe not. But I am not taking any chances. Secret number 5. This seems so basic, so simple, but cabin stewards absolutely desperately wish passengers would use the door signs consistently. Every single cabin has door signs. Do not disturb. Make up room. Or some variation depending on the cruise line. When you hang, do not disturb. Your steward will not enter your cabin. When you hang, make up room. They know you want service. But here is what drives them absolutely insane. Passengers who never hang any sign, or who constantly change their minds, or who hang do not disturb all day every day and then complain at the end of the cruise that their room was never cleaned. Your cabin steward has 10 to 20 cabins they are responsible for, and they have to service all of them in a very specific time window every day. When they come by your cabin and there is no sign hanging, they genuinely do not know what you want. Are you sleeping? Do you want privacy? Did you just forget to hang the sign? Should they knock and risk waking you up? Or should they skip your cabin and come back later? It creates so much unnecessary stress and confusion. Just use the signs, please. Hang the makeup room sign when you leave your cabin in the morning and you actually want it cleaned. Hang do not disturb when you are sleeping or want privacy. It is literally that simple. And your cabin steward will absolutely love you for it. And here is a pro tip. If you want your cabin cleaned at a specific time, like, you always go to breakfast at 8 a.m., hang the makeup room sign before you leave. Your steward will know. Okay, this cabin wants morning service, and they will adjust their schedule accordingly. Alright, before we keep going, make sure you hit that subscribe button because these next secrets are going to seriously surprise you. Like, some of this stuff I had no idea about until stewards told me directly. And drop a comment with the word respect if you are learning to appreciate cabin stewards more. Because honestly, they deserve it. Let us keep going. Secret number 6. Cabin stewards wish passengers understood that it is really hard to clean a room that looks like a bomb went off. Look, I totally get it. You are on vacation. You want to relax. You do not want to stress about keeping your cabin spotless. That is completely fair. And your cabin steward is not expecting you to make your bed or dust the furniture. That is their job. But here is what they wish you knew. When the floor is completely covered in stuff, clothes everywhere, shoes scattered around, beach bags, wet towels, random items just everywhere, it makes their job 3 times harder. Maybe 4 times harder. They have to carefully move all your stuff. Clean around it. Try not to touch your personal belongings because that is awkward for everyone. Put everything back exactly where it was. And hope you do not get mad that they moved your things. Just take like 30 seconds before you leave your cabin each day. Toss your dirty clothes in a pile in one corner. Or better yet, put them in the laundry bag the cruise line provides. Hang up your clean clothes. Put your shoes somewhere out of the walkway. Clear the floor. That is literally it. You do not have to organize your whole life. Just make the floor accessible, so your steward can actually vacuum and clean properly. And you know what? You will benefit too. Because when you come back to your cabin, it will actually be clean, not just, well, we vacuumed around your pile of stuff and called it good. Secret number 7. And this one really surprises people when I tell them. Your cabin steward can completely change the setup of your beds and furniture. Most people have no idea. Most cabins have 2 beds that can either be set up as twins or pushed together to make one bigger bed, and your steward can configure it however you want. You are traveling with a friend. Want twin beds? Done. Traveling with your spouse. Want them pushed together? Done. But it goes beyond that. You can ask them to move the beds against the wall if that is your preference. Rearrange the side tables. Adjust the furniture layout within reason. I know someone who hates having tables on both sides of the bed. She always asks for the bed to be against the wall on one side with just one table on the other side. And her steward does it every single time. No problem at all. This is especially helpful if you have mobility issues and need a certain setup to move around safely. Or if you are cruising with kids and need a specific sleeping arrangement. Or honestly, if you just have a personal preference. Your cabin steward genuinely wants you to be comfortable, but they cannot read your mind. You have to actually ask them. And here is something else most people do not realize. The pillows in your cabin, if they are too soft, too firm, wrong size, whatever. Your steward can often bring you different pillows. Some cruise lines have like 3 different pillow types available: firm, medium, soft. Most cruisers want at least 2 extra pillows anyway. Your steward can bring those too. Just ask. Seriously, just ask. Secret number 8. The single most requested item from cruise passengers is ice, by far. 25% of all requests to cabin stewards are for ice bucket refills. Towels are number 2. Extra towels for the bathroom or the pool. But here is what cabin stewards wish more passengers understood. They can provide way more than just ice and towels. Wine glasses, corkscrews, extra hangers because cruise cabins never have enough hangers, bathrobes if your cabin does not come with them, blankets for chilly evenings on the balcony, distilled water for medical devices like CPAP machines. Some cruise lines can even provide coffee makers if you ask nicely. If you brought your favorite bottle of wine to enjoy on your balcony, ask your steward for a corkscrew and nice wine glasses. Want to be cozy on the balcony at night? Request a robe or an extra blanket. Some cabin stewards even have access to stuff like extension cords, phone chargers, international adapters, scissors, tape, all kinds of random useful items. One cruiser forgot their phone charger and adapter. Their cabin steward brought them both. Probably from the lost and found from previous passengers. But still. Problem solved. The point is, if you need something, anything, ask your cabin steward first, before you go hunting all over the ship or trying to buy it at the overpriced ship store. Your steward can probably help, or at minimum, they can tell you exactly where to go. The worst thing they can say is, sorry, we do not have that. But most of the time, they can make it happen. Okay, we are 2/3 of the way through these secrets, and I really hope you are starting to see just how valuable your relationship with your cabin steward can be. These people can make your cruise so much better if you just talk to them and treat them right. If this video is helping you, hit that like button for me. And make sure you grab our free cruise etiquette guide in the description below. It has all kinds of tips for respecting crew and getting way better service. Alright, let us finish strong with the last 4 secrets. Secret number 9. Your cabin steward is often the absolute best person to solve random little problems that come up during your cruise. Someone shared a story online. Their friend broke the handle on their suitcase somehow, just snapped right off. And they were freaking out because they still had to fly home with this broken suitcase. They mentioned it to their cabin steward, and the steward said, "Oh, let me see what I can do." 30 minutes later, a handyman from the ship maintenance crew showed up at their cabin, fixed the suitcase handle. They gave him a $10 tip. Problem completely solved. Broken luggage, stuck zipper on a bag, torn outfit that needs emergency sewing, phone charger that stopped working, whatever. Your cabin steward knows people all over the ship, maintenance crew, technicians, the people who actually fix things. Most passengers do not know how to find these people, or that they even exist. But your cabin steward works with them every single day. They can make introductions, facilitate solutions, get things done quickly. Do not waste your time waiting in line at guest services for minor issues. Ask your cabin steward first. They will often handle it way faster and way more efficiently, and honestly, more personally. Secret number 10. Cabin stewards really wish passengers understood this. When you order room service, enjoy it. Have a great meal. But please, put the dirty tray outside your door promptly when you are done. Place it in the hallway, against the wall, not blocking foot traffic. Your cabin steward will collect it on their next round through the corridor. But here is what drives them crazy. And honestly, it is kind of gross. When people leave dirty food trays inside their cabin for hours, or overnight, or even multiple days, it attracts bugs, creates terrible odors, makes the cabin disgusting, and makes your steward job so much harder when they finally do come to service the room. And please, for the love of everything, do not leave random drink glasses all over the ship, in stairwells, on deck railings, in elevators, on random tables. There are bars literally everywhere on cruise ships. If you are done with your drink, leave the glass at the bar, or hand it to any crew member you see, or bring it back to your cabin and your steward will collect it. Just do not abandon glasses in weird random places. It makes the ship look bad, and it creates extra work for crew members. These are such small courtesies, but they make a genuinely huge difference to the people working to keep the ship clean and pleasant for everyone. Secret number 11. And this is something cabin stewards really want passengers to understand. They are not paid the same wages as workers in the United States or Europe. They rely very heavily on gratuities to survive. Crew members come from countries all over the world: Philippines, Indonesia, India, Romania, Mexico, many other places. And their base salary is often shockingly low by Western standards. The automatic gratuities that get added to your cruise bill. That is not bonus money. That is not extra. That is a significant portion of their actual income that they need to live on. This is why removing gratuities from your bill is such a controversial and honestly, kind of terrible thing to do. Yes, technically, you can do it. The cruise line will let you. But when you remove gratuities, you are directly taking money away from people who work 7 days a week for months at a time to make your vacation enjoyable. If you genuinely receive terrible service from a specific crew member, fine. Go talk to guest services. Explain what happened. They will address it. They might adjust the gratuities for that one person. That is fair. But blanket removing all gratuities because you are cheap or because you disagree with tipping culture, that hurts innocent crew members who did absolutely nothing wrong. Your cabin steward, your dining room waiter, people who worked their tails off to take care of you. And if your cabin steward truly goes above and beyond during your cruise, consider giving them extra cash directly as a personal thank you beyond the automatic gratuities. Put it in an envelope with your cabin number. Hand it to them on the last day. Write a thank you note. It is meaningful. They will remember you. And honestly, it is just the right thing to do for someone who made your vacation special. And finally, secret number 12, the most important one on this entire list. Your cabin steward is a human being, not a robot, not a servant, not someone beneath you. A person, with feelings, with a family they miss, with pride in their work. Crew members work incredibly hard to make your vacation amazing, but they deserve basic respect and human kindness in return. Learn your cabin steward name. Use it. Do not just call them, "Hey you," or snap your fingers at them. That is so disrespectful. Say, "Good morning, Maria," or "Thank you so much, Michael." Use their actual name. When you pass them in the hallway, say hello, make eye contact, ask how their day is going. These tiny gestures mean everything to people who are often treated like they are invisible. Many cabin stewards come from Asian cultures where acknowledging people and being friendly is just part of their nature. They smile at you, they greet you, they try to connect. Please reciprocate that friendliness. Do not just ignore them or brush them off. It genuinely hurts their feelings. I have seen passengers treat cabin stewards horribly, snapping fingers like they are calling a dog, barking orders, being condescending, acting entitled, complaining about ridiculous things. It is absolutely disgusting. Please, do not be that person. Your cabin steward will remember kindness. They will remember passengers who treated them with respect, who saw them as human, and they will go out of their way to help those passengers with anything they need. But they also remember rudeness. They remember passengers who treated them like garbage. And while they will still do their job professionally because they are good people, you are not getting that extra level of care, that personal touch, that willingness to go the extra mile. Treat people with respect. It is literally that simple. All right, friends. Those are the 12 secrets cabin stewards desperately wish you knew. If you found this valuable, if this changed how you think about cabin stewards and cruise crew, please share this video. Post it in your cruise Facebook groups, send it to your cruise buddies, help spread respect and understanding for these incredibly hardworking people. And make sure you hit subscribe. I have more cruise crew insights coming. Let me wrap this up. So there you have it. 12 things cabin stewards secretly want every passenger to know. From asking about cabin perks you are already paying for, to using door signs properly, to treating them with basic human decency and respect. Your relationship with your cabin steward honestly can make or break your entire cruise experience. These people have the power to enhance your vacation in ways you probably never even imagined. Port safety tips, insider knowledge about promotions, extra amenities you did not know existed, problem solving, connections to other crew who can help you. But that relationship has to be a two-way street. You have to treat your cabin steward with genuine respect, appreciate the incredibly hard work they do, make their job a little bit easier when you can, and recognize that they are real people doing exhausting work far away from their homes and families for months at a time. Here is my challenge to you. On your very next cruise, actually take the time to talk to your cabin steward, learn their name, ask where they are from, how long they have been working for the cruise line, if they enjoy their job, what their favorite ports are. Build an actual relationship. Then ask them the important questions. What perks does my cabin grade include? When are the ship promotions happening? Do you have any tips for the ports we are visiting? What can you help me with during this cruise? You will be absolutely amazed at how much they know, and how willing they are to share that knowledge when you treat them like a real person instead of invisible service staff who just magically clean your room. And please, for the love of everything good in this world, tip them appropriately. Use the door signs consistently. Keep your floor clear. Say please and thank you. Basic human courtesy goes so incredibly far. What surprised you most about these 12 secrets? What are you going to do differently on your next cruise? Drop a comment below and tell me. I genuinely love hearing from you. I read every single comment. And if you found this video helpful, check out the other videos I have made about cruise crew members. I have insider tips from bartenders, dining room staff, entertainment crew. All kinds of behind-the-scenes content. All linked in the description. Until next time, this is Cruise Compendium. Respect the crew who make your vacation possible, appreciate their hard work, and have an absolutely amazing cruise. Safe travels, everyone. I will see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, check out these next 30 things veteran cruise passengers always pack, and 11 shocking cruise changes in 2026 you need to know about. Both will help you cruise way smarter. Before you leave, hit that like button if this video was helpful, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, turn on those notifications so you never miss a video, and drop a comment telling me about your best cabin steward experience ever. Or your worst. I want to hear the stories. See you next week.